Good morning. Good morning. This is Charlie Live, and we are live on YouTube. We are live for this episode of Live, Love, Laugh, and Dab. Let's get this going. Hello, Drake. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning from the freezing cold freaking Canadian environment over here. It's like -8 this morning.
Holy shit. You Canadians are getting hit. Some hard shit going on up there.
Oh, yeah, just in general, I suppose -8 and nice and sunny this morning isn't the worst of it by any means. We've obviously, if you haven't heard, had the crazy flooding and everything down in the mainland. Vancouver's cut off via road. There's like 11 highways washed out. But it was really cold when I went outside, so that sucks too.
God, that's crazy. Yeah. So I went out this morning and we had a really, really heavy frost. There's totally like frost all over the ground, and there's frost all over that last little Congo I got outside. I want to see what it's going to look like as soon as that sun comes up, which is up now. And that frost melts off of it, starts to melt. That's when you'll see how bad it really hit it, right?
See how much it comes back. Because sometimes you can't tell a few hours later, and it's like you'd never know that plant was encased in ice earlier. We see that a lot up here, especially with the folks that get pretty bold, and sometimes we just get that hard, quick freeze that shows up. So that's cool to see that the Congo's going. It's like the ducks knew it was going to be freezing cold. They busted out of their pen early this morning, so I went to check on them. Wanted to have my nice little quick checkout with the coffee. Nope, missing ducks. You're missing the grape and missing the gold. I'm missing the ducks. So I had to go and hunt for them, and they were around the block, checking out the neighbors, keeping everyone happy as they drive by, because who doesn't smile when you see some big uncoordinated ducks walking by your residential neighborhood? But not happy for me because I'm out there chasing them. Yummy, come on. Fucking freezing my keister off. Yeah, they listen though, they come. So that's makes it easier.
Ducks on the loose.
We have this really sweet little old lady that comes by with her little puppy, and she always will ask, where are the ducks? Where are they now? And then if there's only 2 of them, she goes, where's the other one? Isn't there 3? And she's funny. She likes them.
We ate it. I was joking.
That was dinner. It was just Thanksgiving, don't you know?
Oh, Thanksgiving's coming up. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Thanksgiving, yeah, it is coming up next Thursday for us here in Americans, us here that celebrate that Thanksgiving here, I just lost it. I was going to say, let's take a dab, but I was going to say hello to chat. That's what I was going to say. Hello, D zombies in chat. We got Sammy Sizz out there. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys all this morning? We thought, duck hunt. That's a good one. Oh, duck hunt. I love it. It's a duck hunt. We thought we would hang out with y'all, coming in strong here on a Wednesday morning. We were supposed to have Lemon Hoko this morning, and his guest wasn't able to make it. So we are on our own this morning to hang out with y'all. So we thought we'd come hang and have some little conversation and some canvas. So I'm going to throw out the link in chat. If anybody would like to jump on and take a few dabs with us, smoke a bowl, smoke a joint, whatever you got, or just come say hi. Definitely welcome to do so. If you got some cool shit to show off, we would love that. Garden shows, we love that always. So let me put that link in chat. Also, if you're tuning in today live with us, whoops, wrong link. Make sure you have top chat up and not live, or make sure you have live chat up and not top chat. Because you will miss some of the conversations. Tara can't do 2 things at the same time because she has not dabbed enough yet this morning. Let's do some dabs. Drake, are we ready to heat up?
Yeah, I was just looking and getting acquainted with this little jar in which I snuck a dab from. I believe it's the Animal Sorbet Cushman's Cross. So jumping into that nice and heavy. What about you? What are you hopping into?
I have still some of that lemon bubble hash rosin that I'm smoking on, and I love it. It's really getting me through it. I am super happy with it. By the way, can you guys all please share the link and hit that thumbs up for us today if you can. We need all your help to get our information out there and help this community grow. So we are doing this for you all out there. So there you go. There's the link. And time to heat up. And then we got D. D's coming on in the house, and I forgot to put Drake as co-host so he can know that. So there we go. Got all these 20 things going on at the same time. Woo! I did it. Here we go. I'm heating up. Welcome, D. Welcome, D.
Hola, ¿cómo está everybody?
Good morning,
How
brother.
are you?
I'm all right there. What's going on, guys? That's crazy what's going on in BC right now.
God, I know the flooding. Like they literally, Drake could literally not even get to to Vancouver right now if he wanted to. The flood, all that whole fucking highway is like washed out and shit. Crazy shit.
So did you guys see the Johnny Beef pictures? The flooding in the basement? That's crazy.
Yeah, his whole basement's getting flooded. I feel awful for him. It's so awful.
Yeah.
Y'all thought it was bad with the toilet paper for COVID. Everything's sold out here. There's no produce in the supermarkets. There's no milk. There's no toilet paper. Everything's sold out apparently because then we get a lot of our stuff from the mainland, right?
Yeah.
People are in a frenzy, but I got my DABS, so I'm good.
Yeah. It's too bad Lemon Hoco wasn't here. I would have showed him. This is my new grow. I got my new grow going on. And it's actually one of the strains is Lemon Hoco's Doggone F1.
Nice.
So I could have showed him off. And these are about 4 or 5 days old. So
there we go.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I got a plant count of 55 plants indoors.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, between me and Mrs. D, because I'm Mrs. D's compassionate, or what do you call it? I can't think of the word right now, but yeah.
Yeah. ACMPR?
Yeah, but I'm her caregiver.
That as well. Yep, there we go. Cool.
That's the word I was looking for. But yeah.
Hey, this is just a random side question because it always interests me. Were you able to like work with your family doctor to be able to go with that, or did you have to go down one of the alternative routes?
No. I had to use. We actually have a clinic close by.
Yep.
Specializes in that, so I had to. My doctor wouldn't sign. Fuck, no way.
Yeah, it's such a pain. That's one of the things I'm blessed to have, and really, I'm over the moon about is my family doctor was not instantly, abrasive or instantly against it when I brought up cannabis. Just the very first time I ever mentioned it to her, and I was bringing it up in regards to like my IBS, being like, "Hey, I know this isn't like your forte and blah blah blah, but like I'm really, really utilizing this product for my issues, and like I just think you need to know that for your other patients." And like the way I brought it up, I wasn't like asking her for it or anything like that. And it was kind of more just like hey, I think you have patients that are going to benefit from this, and you should probably know that it's potential, a potential. And she took it really well, and then from there it really blossomed, and I started to get more comfortable with her. She started to get more comfortable with me. She started like we did the whole. You know what your endocannabinoid system is? The endocrine system. And I got like the biggest fucking smile because it's like the meme you see it. I'm like, no, not the endocrine system, much bigger than that one. And then they told her about it and she was like, what? And because this is like, we're talking probably almost a decade ago, maybe a little bit less, 8 years. And yeah, so anyways, we got to, I'll fast forward a little bit, did a lot of talking. She saw I was passionate, saw I wasn't just trying to like, exploit the system. And then I also explained to her that I knew how for $500 to get the 99 gram a day permit very easily from fucking Dr. Fair, and anyone can like in Canada, it's really easy to get your permit. You don't need to have a super high credential to be able to issue this ACMPR. So if you find someone that's either doesn't give a shit about the like they actually believe in it, they'll just be doing it. And then you'll find other people that believe in it, but also want to make a couple bucks. So they'll charge 200, 500,000 bucks per script and blah, blah, blah. And you renew it once every year and so on and so forth. But I was able to go through my family doctor, do it with her, have like a really great relationship and be able to like, I gave her the Vitamin Weed book by Michelle Ross. So she was able to go through that and like kind of get like a good understanding about the endocannabinoid system and just, all the different just pathways and things. They talk about a lot of the different receptors that aren't brought up much in the general teachings. And she really appreciated that. And I mean, that book, Michelle Ross is a PhD neuroscientist. So it's not like she's just some stoner in the basement. She's actually anti-drugs for the most part. But there's my long-winded rant. I'd love to find out if people were able to go through their family doctor, because it's something that I think is so important and going to be a lot more of a reality in the years to come. But please, what are you showing us here, D? We got more seeds started?
Yeah. And to add to that, there is a place in Canada, if you have them in your province, I'm not sure, but we have them here in Ontario. It's called, I have to look it up. I'll look it up in a minute. but it's covered by your OHIP, so you don't have to pay a fee.
Oh, that's rad. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll post a link after I'm done this here. But here are some seeds. I got some more lemon hoko. I did a whole pack. I got queen seeds. I got some Morgana, sour Morgana, and regular. And this is very exciting. This one right here, if I can find it. I don't know if you all can read that.
What is it, family trees?
Yeah, hula dancer. So apparently this one can grow 14 feet tall.
Oh, are you going to try that next season then, outdoors?
I'm doing it now, Drake.
You're doing it now? Are you growing it indoor? You got 14-foot tall ceilings you're hiding on me, D?
Maybe. Maybe I just have to make it bigger, make a hole in the roof and just cut a spot.
Just throw one in the chimney.
Yeah,
fucking light at the top and you'll be good to go.
That's it. But yeah, no, I did start it. If I flip it soon enough, it won't be a 14-foot tall plant, but that's what they say. But I'm gonna try it. Fuck it. I don't care.
Awesome. That's exciting. It'll be, just neat to see the growth patterns.
I have to say, my friend Steve grew like 14-foot tall plants.
You give him any seed, he'll do that.
And you guys all got to see that. If you went back on the videos, you guys see some of the stalks that I came home with to cut and help him harvest. And the one thing about, like, they're cool. Like, it's really, really awesome to have those big, tall trees. But as an older person, you've really got to think of the ladder work, climbing up and down. He's an older guy. He has knee problems. He wears knee braces on both legs, and that's a lot of ladder work. So, there's something to be said about growing lower and scrogging those things out. Just a thought. But hey, I would love to grow 14-foot plants too. Like, hey, I think my tallest was like 13, but it was like a scrawny 13. Like, it was, a stretchy one. It wasn't like, oh, this massive bush like you see down in Humboldt, right?
Well, and like you said, if you can get them like 6-7 feet tall max, but then have it really spread out and do your work right from the hop, which is pretty tough in a sense, but have it so that you have maybe your 1 to, let's say, 3 feet max of leg room underneath. And then from there, you're going to have it so it's like you have your 1 to 3 feet, and then that plant's just going to branch out like a little octopus leg or, something along those lines, and just go horizontally now for hopefully 4 or 5 feet. So that's a lot of work to be able to make it work properly. And then you have them all arch up at the same time. So this whole length, you're just going to have all little tops. Don't be super greedy and thin it out enough so that you actually get decent size from each of them. And it's not just like a mold pit, but you can have it so that you've only got 6 foot tall plants, but it's like the top 3 feet are just colas. So it's just colas. So like your whole from your stomach to your head, you're just looking at colas, and there'll be maybe one every 6 inches that are like the size of your arms damn near if you're in the proper environment for it. So like Tara's saying, instead of having to, I love growing trees too, and I'm going to again next year. There's no way around it. I'm just going to do it because I like it. But it's a pain, right? You're in there, you're on the ladder, you're getting in between stuff. You got multiple layers of scrog if you're doing it that way. And I mean, yeah, it's a different game.
The best grow yet so far was the year I did the best scrogging, and I put in the most work. It really was. It was 2018. You can go back on I have it on my Instagram. I have some pictures. I didn't post a lot of it because, that was another thing. Like, you don't know how much to post. It's kind of scary. People say, oh, you're going to get ripped off. You got to people worry about rippers and all this stuff. So that year I didn't post a lot of videos. I had an amazing harvest, and I was really afraid to post a lot of pictures. So, I'm still don't know where I stand on that. That was another reason for, I don't know if I should show my grow a lot in my, in my cannabis videos and stuff like that. And still we deal with, the legalities of things around here. We still deal with the people like what I was, a person that thought it was a drug, we're still dealing with that today. And that's why we go live. That's why it's super important that we go live. It's super important to get this channel shared out and all the cannabis channels out there and get this community growing, because we're building awareness. It's super important for awareness. I'm so about education and awareness about cannabis. It's helped me so much. And, this month is the hardest month of my life I've had in like years. And I'm telling you, like, this is a bad month anyways for me. But like, if it wasn't for cannabis and mushrooms right now, I'm telling you, I would be on pharmaceuticals, because right now it's like bad. Like I'm having serious issues. And that's why I just want to be here, and I want to be honest with all you guys that it's super important that we share things, we talk to people. If like you feel safe to talk to people about about these things, I just want to bring awareness. So thanks for being here today, everybody. Did you have something to say? Looks like you thought you came in and said something.
No. Oh no, but I will say, when I post that link, that website or the doctor's offices right now is for Ontario and Alberta only.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, post that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hello, Lemon. Lemon's in chat. Hello. You guys are all welcome to join. I put that link in chat. Let me put it out there.
Come on in. Yeah, jump on. Lemon, we've got someone that needs to show you something if you hop on, but we're not telling you what unless you come on. But something that you'd be excited for. You're muted though.
Yeah, come on in, Lemon. It'd be great to talk to you. I would love to interview Lemon sometime too. He wants to interview me, so touche. touche. So yeah, hello Sam. How are you? What's up? We got Mark Hogue in the chat. Hello, I hope you're kicking that cancer's ass, Mark. Love you so much, sending love vibes out there. We got, is it Janishi? Is that how I say it? Janishi. It sounds like a really pretty name. I love that name.
Anyone wants to get me a Christmas present, the Evan Shore Winter Series bangers, feel free to send them my way.
Hold on.
Feel free to toss it this way, the old Evan Shore Winter Series. Kind of hard to see, but those are all little snowflakes. Yeah, snowflakes. And
it's really hard to tell in that picture.
Oh, yeah. Evan Shore bangers. That's his page. Check him out. I'll share it in the group.
Yeah, go for it. We need to share all these cannabis channels. Oh, that's I shared the wrong one. That's the YouTube link to share out, you guys. See? Too many copy and paste.
It's too much going.
Too much going on. There is the live link to get into Zoom. If anybody would like to come hang out, pin that message. There you go. Now I'll leave it there. Boom, boom, boom. Got chat back up. There we go. I got it right. Thanks. Janishi. Okay. I love it. Cool name. Oh, Lemon says yes, put it on his makeup. Don't forget your Spanx too. 710 is out of his Spanx. I think that's why he's not joining us today. I think his Spanx are all dirty. 710 Spanx are dirty. He can't join us. Shout out 710. Love you, man. And my girlfriend Kathy's at work. Shout out to you, sister. Love you. And thanks everybody for being here. It's awesome to be here with all you today. Drake, what do you got going on in your grow? Or when are we going to get to see the indoor? Because it's looking really pretty. We need to show that off sometime.
Well, I suppose I shared a little sneaky reel this morning. So if you'd like to check that out. Yeah, a little reel.
Why don't we just share it? Why don't we screen share it? Why don't you just share it on here?
I mean, that is definitely a possibility.
Or do you want me to do it?
I would. Do it. Are you set up? Are you ready?
Yeah, I can go grab it. I can get it right now. Hold on. I'll do it. Let's do you want to take a dab, or let's do this and then we'll show you that first. Let's see. Go to Drake's page. Go to Drake's page, and then I need a dab.
Figure out when I flip.
And also, winter time's coming in, the seasons are changing. So like body aches. Yeah, that's my other thing. Yeah, that doesn't really help.
60. Day 60. We're day 60 in flower. There we go.
Day 60 in flower.
Day 60, okay. We got 14 more days. Probably gonna take it to 74, 75, 72, right around there. I've got that course from the 25th to the 28th or something, just some like quality assurance course, and being like just doing like company audits and boring stuff, but GPP, GMP, all the shenanigans you need to know, especially for participate in the emerging industry. So it'll be good just to have some of that under the belt nonetheless. But yeah, so after that, anytime after the 28th, we'll be harvesting. This is black garlic. Like I said, this was taken day 58, I think. It was taken 2 days ago. This is Jordan of the Islands, Blackberry Kush hit to Thug Pugs, Garlic Breath. There's majority of the room is this 4x8 bed. This is in by Grassroots Living Soil with Living Soil style blend. It's only been treated with Jadam inputs this round, which has been fun. We've been implementing them at safe lower ratios just to see how it works with my indoor soil/soil list, because I had kind of pre-mixed that a couple seasons back. We wanted to utilize it, but it's been going really well. The plants look very happy. Then I've got a 32-inch by 32-inch bed with more of these black garlic clones in them, 16 in that bed, 55 in this bed, the 4x8. And then there's 16 Nukin crossed Inzane seedlings that are in another 32 by 32. Next round, we're preparing for it. We've got just shy of 100 GDP seedlings that are going. We will take the strongest and nicest, most likely 80 or so, and then be throwing those into the 4x8 bed, trying to get a little bit closer to the sea green specifics being 15 centimeter spacing, whereas at the 55 plants, I've done 20 centimeter spacing in between every plant here. We'll have lemongrass and Hella Jelly by Humboldt Seed Co., which I've already got growing.
Ooh,
have
does
a few of those.
lemongrass really have lemongrass? Like I like a lemongrass. Like that would be amazing.
From the reviews, I think so, and that's just something that's pretty common in cannabis, enough to the point where I wouldn't be shocked if it was like very lemongrassy specifically. Mm-hmm. So that was a freebie they sent me when I got the Hella Jelly. The Hella Jelly is what was called the Jelly Rancher before, but that's the notorious THC crossed to the very cherry. Very quick finishers, perfect for the outdoors here. Sungrown 707, check him out. He was talking about those and showing them up a lot.
How am I missing all your reels? I don't get it. Like, look at this one.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even see this one.
That's Tropicana Cookies. Shout out to Tribal. This is bubblegum breath slurric. No, two different bubblegum breaths, and I can't remember if the slurricane and Tora Bora was pulled out of there. In behind, there's black garlics over there. There's one Congo that just wasn't super happy. Then black garlics, bubblegum breath, and then this side of it is all one plant of a Tropicana Cookies. So this is what you can do with just a really long veg time and, trellising. Aside from the nugs aren't tall enough, right? I'm not, didn't give it a good run. Those nugs should be at least, 18 to 36 inches tall. Still decent overall, nonetheless.
Still the stacking and like all the colas on that, like.
So this was all bigger plants for the most part, especially this Tropicana that was in a 7-gallon and like a pretty large plant, obviously, to be able to fill out this size. But it takes a long time. So now we've switched over to this other style, more sea green. We're going to be utilizing seeds a lot more and just, mass amounts of clones. As I was saying, the Hella Jelly, the lemongrass, I've got a couple time warps in which I might use one I don't like the looks of. And then there was something else in there. I'm at a blank, so it doesn't matter anymore. But those ones are going to be going in the 32-inch by 32-inch. Going to throw a few of them, probably 5 in each bed because they're already in 1 gals. Then in the 4x8, like I said, I'll be doing about 80 of the 3x3-inch pots GDP. Some of those GDP, because we've ran a few hundred, finish in like the 2nd, 3rd week of September. It's not many of them though, so we're going to try to find one of those recessive early finishers. Keep that around. Then the round next to this one, once we whittle out which Hella Jelly, which lemongrass, which GDP we like, we will then clone and then re-input those into the flower room. And then we're going to self one of the Hella Jellies, I believe, is what I'm thinking. Self one of those and let it pollinate the whole room. So then we'll have a nice healthy seed selection, I suppose, to pick from. That's the best word I could come up with. So then we can run this spring out at the farm and just direct sow a whole bunch, aside from we want to do one plot where we'll actually, you know, veg some plants and get them a little bit bigger for the May long planting. But otherwise we want to have a whole bunch of seeds that we don't necessarily care too much about, aka didn't pay $10 a seed for, throw those out there. And then with the genetics we're all working with, yes, we're going to really open things up by hitting all those with the Hella Jelly, but because they're all already pretty worked and early finishers, we shouldn't be getting too many like 10, 12 weekers popping up out of nowhere. So the majority should be what we're looking for overall, which is plants that will finish in our environment and not just be destroyed by mold and mildews and just not grow. So that's kind of the next big project, is to get the flower room finished. We've got the dry tent pretty well on point now, so that's happy. We're able to keep it for the most part between 58 and 62 humidity and right around 60, 59 Fahrenheit, which is right what we were looking for. And yeah, it's set up so it's kind of its own environment now with a carbon scrubber in it, keeping everything nice and clean. And we have to do a good run with the outdoor tops just to see how we can, you know, keep a full tent. And we did really well. I'm happy with it. There's obviously learning curves, and we got plenty of room to move forward. That's for sure. But overall, it's going well. So that seed kind of, you know, some sort of early finishing prodigy round will be the next plan. And then I don't know what comes next. Then just being excited for spring and probably run some more black garlic because I'll be missing them.
Nice. Well, I think it's time to dab. I am going to finish up. This is probably the last time you guys are going to see this one right here. This is the last of my bubble hash rosin that Red River and I processed. And then I came back and squished and did in my freeze dryer. My first time I processed my stuff in freeze dryer. And I'm telling you, I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Nice.
So I'm really looking forward to doing some bubble this winter. It's definitely getting cold enough for that. I'm freezing in here.
Up here in Canada.
We barely got the base fertilizer and all our applications out before this kind of, I don't want to call it the hard freeze yet, but I mean, getting down to -8, we'll see. It's just the sun is beaming now. So it might, you know, the ground's definitely not solid through and through, but I wanted to get a few more applications out there before it gets
I'm dying to go look at that Congo to see if it made it.
No, you have to upload a picture on IG after.
I'll take a picture and put it on IG. See if it made it. I wish I would have taken a picture this morning with all the frost on it. I ran out there really quick to see it. And
it does look really pretty, hey? Because I mean, I'm so used to seeing it here. I always push it. So pretty.
Yeah. So pretty. I can't believe it's still green. Like, I literally cannot believe it's still green.
Yeah, I have the bottom 1/8 left of a strawberry starburst, and it's
isn't it crazy?
She ain't alive no more, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. Yours isn't.
No, okay. No. I think once I mean,
is yours alive?
We've had a little, like, we're a few degrees cooler, it seems like, on average. So at night times, if we're talking the difference from like, oh, it's 0 degrees, like for yourself, or -3, they really don't like that -3. So she got a couple -5s, -3s the last 6 days, 7 days. And I haven't been paying too much attention because I've been busy.
And we're talking Celsius. We're talking Celsius.
So what is, I have no idea for once we start going the other way, I don't know.
So that's Celsius for
it evens out at 32. Do the math.
Numbers. I just want to throw that out for people that are confused about numbers in here, because this. Yeah, I wish we'd all get on just the same game with the number thing.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot easier.
Got to be like 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Something
like time. Bingo says.
That's
cheers,
right.
Bingo. Woo! Just in time, Bingo. You're right. I was just ready to heat up. How'd you know?
What was that, D?
Oh, turp dip bong rip.
Ooh, turp dip bong rip. You're damn right.
They would say.
Do it, D.
I was just organizing and found stickers. I had some slaps in there. I had the bong rip, turp dip slaps. I was like, no fucking way. It was perfect.
That's funny.
I put them in a book and pressed them so I can utilize them when I find somewhere to stick them. And I was showing off the Supreme rosin stickers. I was going to say a fucking company where I buy the rosin bags because of their stickers. Now, other bags are really well too, really good as well. They hold over five tons pretty consistently, packed right full. And they do have some pretty heady, awesome slaps.
So I'm curious, is anybody holding on to their slaps and keeping them pretty? Like, are they keeping like they think they're going to be collectibles eventually?
Yeah, interesting question. I would instantly want to just think like no, but that usually means I'm wrong. So I'm curious who's got some I mean, what do I'm thinking
You have some old slaps that are collectible.
Grateful Dead slaps or something like that, right? Yeah, stuff like that.
Just curious.
That'd be cool.
It would. Even sometimes like the tickets, the stubs, or like the whole like the like in essence sometimes you can get the like say a ticket to Shambhala, that big music festival, but if you like don't open it, don't rip it, don't do anything with it, it's like in its pristine self. It's there's certain events where you have to essentially wreck your ticket to get in. So those ones where people just never went or bought an extra one or had something happen where it's just sitting around in pristine condition, sure, something might be worth value if someone else values the experience they remember that much and want to have a little piece of it nearby.
Here's the slaps right here. Speaking of slaps, and he is in chat too.
Hey, cheers, Purple Thumb.
I was gonna type it out, but I'm like, fuck it. I'll just show it faster.
That's cool. Cheers, Purple Thumb. Yeah. What's up, Supreme Grape? Cheers. Puck, how are you?
Oh, we did the tallying. I did the tallying yesterday. Oh my goodness, now I'm at a blank. I think it was roughly 4 pounds, 4 point something. Dried.
4 pounds on one plant?
No, you crazy Tara. 4 pounds is what we got in general, is what I saved in the dry tent. Let me just double check what I put into the calendar, because seriously, I can't remember anything. Yesterday's like a year ago. So
what do you mean? You don't think you can get 4 pounds off of a plant?
In this no, not at all. I was also gonna be like, you can get 4 pounds off a plant?
I think you could pull it off.
I think next season with plants that finish in the according timelines for sure.
I got like 3.5. Like, yeah, I got close.
So overall, off of 33 plants total, I guess I was remembering something else. We got 7.3 pounds dry. So a little more than 4. So 7.3, 7 pounds dry and 23 pounds wet. So that's where I must have got my 4 from, because pretty well 1/5 20 is 4, and generally wet weight to dry weight's around 1/5. You could say 1/4, but we always like to under. So yeah, 11 pounds.
I didn't weigh anything this year. I literally didn't weigh anything.
The only reason I weighed it, because I generally wouldn't, because I couldn't care less, is so we know exactly what to input back.
Yeah, I know, for your growth. You have to for your growth. And that's, and that's what, like, okay, so that's what's making all of this so difficult for me. This whole growing style of this, it's really hard for this structure. Like it's a structure thing, and I get it. Like, you got to write everything down, and it's really important that you keep journals. And if people aren't doing this, like especially breeders, if they're not taking notes and they're journaling some of this stuff, I don't know that I would be buying from some of them breeders, because there's a lot of breeders out there to buy from these days. I'm just throwing that out today. We were supposed to have a breeders cast today, and we normally talk about breeders today. And I have met some amazing breeders that don't have a big name that really should. Like, there's some of these guys out there that are like flaunting it and acting like they've got it. And I'm sorry, I'm really getting sick of some of this bullshit that the men are pulling in this community. And I'm saying men because it's just mainly a men community. And I don't mean to men bash. It's just like, it's irritating. And some of these guys are really taking advantage of cannabis patients. I'm not telling you where to spend your money. I'm just telling you to do your research before you spend your money. Because I'm old enough to tell you that. I'm old enough probably to tell you, like I've lived my life, and the next part of my life I really want to live is hopefully influencing you to make a better decision for you, so you don't have to learn from somebody else's mistakes, so that you can better take care of yourself. That's just how I want to be.
Self-care.
Cheers. Cheers, Bingo. Cheers, Park.
Tara's background just gets more epic each time. Hey, I just have to key in, and anytime there's that silence, just have a look like I was doing. We got jars of cannabis, obviously all the lovely peacock feathers. I'm seeing a mask beside you. Yeah, you got a little monkey sneaking over your shoulder, a little kitty back there or something like.
This is a really cool mask.
Still?
Look at this mask.
Oh yeah, well she's what if her rig breaks? She needs a spare pumpkin, right?
Yeah, there you go. Smart.
Oh, pumpkins are going like maybe today. Like that one's got a little brown spot on it. The other ones went. They got yeah, they might go out today. Hey,
Tara?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of making some FPJ with that?
No, if anything, I'm actually thinking about making dog food and putting it in my freeze dryer.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Because I hear that's what they're doing. And I was thinking like maybe it would make good dog treats.
Oh, so,
yeah. We've been talking over, speaking of which, we have a Lemon Hoco's Discord, our Discord. We got to throw that out every show. If you're not part of our Lemon Hoco Discord, please come hang out on Lemon Hoco and our Discord. If you join our Discord and then DM me, I can then give you a link, because we don't throw Lemon Hoco's Discord out everywhere, because there is kind of a little bit of a wall to get through, because we do care about the cannabis community and we need to kind of go through a little bit and set some standards. It's an amazing community over there. Positive, nothing but positive over there. And it's really helping with everybody getting through this holiday season. I think it's going to be a great thing. So please, if you don't have Discord, I would really recommend you getting it. I mean, it's free. It is free. And if you don't understand it, please reach out to me. I will walk you through it. I will try and walk you through it. I am older. I am still learning it myself. So I don't mind. Let me know. Reach out. You got anything to add on that, Drake? We need to put the Discord link in chat. Let me do that. If you want to talk for a minute, well, I'll do that.
On which, where, when? What, who, what, why? Somebody was
the link. I'm putting Discord link in chat. So everybody can get to that Discord link. So,
busted. Somebody was looking down.
Yeah. So if you had something else to add on to that, go ahead, Drake. That's okay.
Busted.
I think you need to dab. You haven't done enough. You normally multitask better than that.
I just crushed a dab, but I don't. Holy smokes. Yeah, exactly. Holy, I'll do another one. Twist that arm of mine, that rubber arm. There we go. What to add? That we're having a blast over in all the different Discords. That's for sure. It's been a lot of fun. I know you pretty much already said that, but just to sit back, relax, tune in, listen to some, people's past experiences and what they've gathered from it. And we're getting some of the more analytical people that come in and are by the book and have a ton of references. And just if you're interested in a specific topic, they can send you, a multitude of papers so that you can look in and get a good comprehension for yourself. And it's just great. You get it from every side. You get people that have just been growing plants for the last 30 years. And you get people that have been studying about plants for the last 10, 15 years. And then you get people that are kind of in the middle. You get people that are just interested to listen or like to medicate or don't even realize they're medicating, like just because of the vast like the diversity in the group. We still get quite a few people that are in really red areas that are just smokers or they can everyone is able to speak for themselves as to what they are, but nonetheless we get people that still don't necessarily even, let's say, understand the medical properties or the benefits that cannabis can provide, and still just from being in that area in the world are more like us 15, 20 years ago, being like, oh yeah, cannabis for cancer, funny pee, and kind of stuff like that. And just like thinking, no, I use my cannabis to get high at the end of the day. Let's get real, guys, medicine. And it's like, I think it's neat to see that still. I don't think it's a good thing. I would love to never see that again and have everyone be up to speed. But at least this way we can now see it and do our best if the person is open. Just because someone says that doesn't mean it's time to jump in and say, hey, cannabis is medicine, you idiot. You need to learn it's curing cancer. It helped my friend. It cured my foot. You have to still, recognize if this person is interested. But that's the first step, is meet the person, then go from there. And then if they're interested and open, then you can say, hey, like, you know, feel them out. Are they someone that likes to hear analytical stuff? Are they someone that likes to hear firsthand experience? And then kind of push them in the right direction and let them know what's going on. And it's always easy to say, well, when do you use your cannabis? And it's usually, well, after work and a hard day, I come home and we just smoke just to calm down. It's just that. And it's like, well, step back and look at that. You're going to tell me that's not beneficial? That's not like a medicine? That's not like taking your Ambien and unplugging, or having your scotch or whatever you need to do. It's just, you know, it's all. And like, I also think other things can be medicinal as well. Plenty of room to be taken advantage of. And a lot of substances have way more room to be taken advantage of, but most things can be done in a therapeutic way. Even going for a walk, going for a run, getting in the mindset you make your shake at the same time every day or whatever, you know, all these different things can be utilized in a positive way, and they can be utilized in a negative way too. You know, I just re-updated Warzone because everyone's been gaming hard. And I had a buddy whose birthday it was and was trying to get me to play last night. And I only started at 5 hours early, my mistake. So I still had about 3 hours worth of downloading before it was already nighttime. But nonetheless, with something like that, got to be careful, because unplugging for a couple rounds is a fantastic thing. Disconnect, just think about nothing anymore, have a good time, chat with your buddies. It's great. Doing that for 36 hours straight may not be the best thing, but then you can flip that on its head too. What if it's your career? What if you just do these crazy stints and you play, and then after that, you don't have to, like, you never want to be too quick to jump the gun and assume, because there's just so much diversity in the world that we I don't know. I seem like I see it bite people in the butt to be so certain.
I want to talk about video gaming a little bit too.
Tara's coming to get you.
The video gaming world, you know, it's been shit on by my generation, I would say, and the older generation.
It's going to brainwash you, says the CNN watchers.
Even my parents shit on me for playing video games, because like Atari came out when I was a kid, right? And I would stay up and I would sneak in and I would play that video game all freaking night. And it wasn't probably good for me, right? At those hours. Like, we need to be thinking about, just like our plants, you guys, all of you guys understand photo period time plants and how sensitive our plants are when it comes to light. We are also sensitive when it comes to light. That vitamin comes from that sunshine out there. You can't get that vitamin any other way. It's super important to get out there and get that sun. They say you can get them in these lights, and they kind of work. The lights do work. They laughed at people when they said, oh, these lights don't work when you use these sunlight things. And they actually do. It's like going in a tanning bed. These things actually do work for you. So, you know, I want to talk about this health thing a little bit, like playing these games. Back to the game conversation. It has to do with health. I'm going to bring it back in here, because when I was on medication, I'm someone that really struggles with ADHD, ADD, and now I have PTSD on top of that. And because of PTSD, it compounds all of those other issues that you have. So I want to speak to people out there. If you're having problems, reach out. If you're having someone you can't talk to, I will talk to you. If you need somebody, I will talk to you. You feel lonely sometimes when you have these type of things that happen. And the fact that they compound it, and then when I took ADHD medication, it actually kind of helped for the first time. I took Ritalin. So I took Ritalin, and I was like, wow, that shit made me think. I could actually think. I could actually communicate to people. I could actually like function, and I wanted to do shit. And I was like, yeah, motivated. But it's like a thing that when you take it all the time, like, yeah, I want to do it all the time. Yeah. You shouldn't be doing it all the time. Just like when that sun goes down, we shouldn't really be active. Our plants need to sleep. We need to sleep. We need to get on a normal sleeping schedule. People that struggle with insomnia, 100% will not get their ass up in the morning when that sun comes up. I guarantee you, you try it for 30 days, it will help your sleep pattern. And I'm preaching a bitch here because it's free. This is free health. When you can get something for free and it helps you, you need to take advantage of that, because right now everybody's struggling for money. Everybody needs more money. This is how you take advantage of things. You get things for free, just like free education. Free education out there right now. Take advantage of all this free education that you can get from cannabis. All these cannabis communities are giving away free education. Go take care of it, because they're the ones that really care. People that give the shit away for free and that do things, services, and go and give away time and donate time, those are the people that truly care about those things. So if you're trying to really find who to believe, I'm just giving you some advice. Old lady advice. There you go. But the Ritalin thing, back to the game thing, I didn't finish that point. Playing that game, Ritalin gives you dopamine and like serotonin. I don't actually know the exact science. I know the science behind it. I don't exactly know the names behind it. But there's serotonin receptors, dopamine receptors, just like we have endocannabinoid receptors. You were talking about, do we have receptors, Salty, in chat? Yes, we have all of those receptors. And we need all of those receptors. Receptors to me are kind of like microbes. So I'm going to throw those in as receptors or microbes. And cortisol, all of our insulin, all of our estrogen, testosterone, all of those things are like microbes, and we need all of those things to function correctly, and we need that to all function right. And if we don't have all of those things in balance in our body, you're going to feel off. But you don't necessarily need a drug. You can find a natural alternative out there. So I just want to throw that out there, because it's super hard not to take those. Once you take those Ritalin, man, you feel good. Like you're like, damn, I want another one. Like it made me feel good. But it's not, you got to feel bad sometimes. Life isn't meant to be like this straight up, uphill all the time. Just saying. Old lady advice. Preaching.
And in regards to our endocannabinoid system, it's endocannabinoid system, referring to the fact that it's inside of our body.
I never enunciate that shit right.
No, you did good. It's just I just went up and read Salty's comment, just commenting that we have a cannabinoid system, and we most certainly have an endocannabinoid system. It's not like in the air or anything like that. This is a 100%. It's all, if not most, mammals and vertebrae, and even invertebrate, I believe, have this cannabinoid system. So it's like you're the horse, the dogs, there's a large amount of I'm always at a loss for words, but yes, just to not go too rabbit holey and make a fool of myself too much more. We definitely have a system. There's over 60 of these receptors that have been found in our body so far. And there's ones that are just like labeled odd things like 3-11B6, that's not an actual name, but there's just like, ones that are not necessarily, designated yet. They just have a number to I don't know, again, mixing up all the terms and stuff here, but you know what I'm getting at. And then like the very common ones would be like anandamide and 2AG, which are the body's, kind of endo version of THC and CBD. But then it goes so much further. And then same thing for the cannabinoids, we have, there's so many. It was what, 2007, I believe, the study that's the peer-reviewed study speaking about just the different compounds in cannabis is like 483 compounds that were found in it. And there's, a multitude. I think even at that time, there was over 100 cannabinoids, and we've only learned more and more. But Dr. Didi Miri, it's like DEDIMEIRI or something. Dr. Didi Miri, it's not extremely hard to find, doing research out of Israel. I can never pronounce the name right. It's tech something, but I always say like Technoflora, which is like the same brand of like a rooting compound. So it's some institute in Israel in which I really have to get familiar and acquainted with the name more. But this is an insane lab. gave me a revelation. And Tara will think this is cool. We had Amazon John on one of our episodes in the past, and he's with Olivia Newton-John, of course. That's the big duo there. And a lot of people don't know, but they have dumped a ton of money into cancer research. But overall, they actually funded this lab in Israel that is like I think it is the leading lab as far as like cannabinoid research goes, and like for all the standards for cannabinoids and terpenes and blah blah blah. Two dog. It's incredible. So definitely look into that and just see what you can find if you're interested.
And mother's breast milk. What about that?
A mother's breast milk. Again, look into this. Prove me wrong. Prove me right. It's great. Mother's breast milk is the area in humans in which the largest concentration of endocannabinoids will ever be, and that is just because the endocannabinoids just play a significant role in the neurological and overall development of a child, and that's another one of the reasons why breastfeeding can be looked at as very important, because then you're getting the nutrition straight from the mom, right, as opposed to a third-party source. But again, that third-party sources are very valid, and there's plenty of instances in which that's going to be, the route that has to be taken. But overall, if it's possible, definitely to be able to, receive your nutrients from your mother would, probably be the most nutritious and the most tuned into your specific biome. If you want to start throwing that out.
To talk a little bit about the Ritalin and the video gaming. I don't know that I totally cleared it on that, but like when I was playing that video game the other night, because I started gaming again, we were talking about gaming, and I started gaming I keep wanting to say battlefield or battleship. I keep wanting to say battleship, but it's Battlefield, and it's not this one. It's the new one, the 2042 that is out. I paid like $120 so I could get on and play the new version so I could play with my friends. And then come to find out I can't play with my friends because I have a PS4 and you have to have a PS5, which no one has unless you want to get scalped. And it costs you like $1,200 to get one. So I'm not going to get one and play with my friends, which was the whole reason I bought the video game, because I really don't like war games. I think they're not actually the greatest thing. I definitely don't think they're great for younger kids to play, but hey, that's not my deal. I don't have kids. I don't have to worry about it. Tara is fucking a free bird and can fucking do whatever she wants.
Yes.
She has no fucking kids.
Awesome.
And that's what happens when you don't have kids. Sorry.
Hey, don't you be sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. I can do what the fuck I want. Spend my money however I fucking want.
And sorry, not sorry. I had to do it. I had to look into it because it's killing me. So Dr. David Meary is professor at the Faculty of Biology at the Technikon. So it's Technikon, and that's the one that I always mispronounce. He is it's the Technikon Israel Institute of Technology, where he heads the Laboratory of Cancer Biology and Cannabinoid Research. Holy smokes, and I freaking stumble over my tongue anymore. But there's the mouthful for you. So yeah,
that's
and I shared a link to him in chat.
I can't say that name. Like I need to
Technikon. It's like saying techno,
no, Didi. But then follow it with the last name.
Well, sneak in a little Miri. Didi Miri. And I'm probably pronouncing it wrong too.
Is like I don't know if I have like an enunciation problem sometimes. So like I truly don't say things correctly. So don't always take how I enunciate shit on here, right? Just so you all, just like what the other one I say wrong is that one like terroir.
Oh.
Not terroir noir, it's terroir, right? I was like Grandma was telling me what the enunciation I was at. So yeah, there's some enunciation. But back to the Ritalin thing. My God, I keep getting sidetracked. Shit. It's because, but say I can able to go back to what I need to do, and this is what I want to talk about because I am medicating, and I feel this. I am still able to come back to what I wanted to talk about and not get distracted that far, even though I was distracted. Drake distracts me all the time, but
no such thing.
The Ritalin thing, when I was playing that video game, and I believe I was truly needing this video game because I needed to communicate with my hubby. My hubby and I needed to have a communication. And things are really hard for me right now. And I don't like to communicate when things are really hard for me. I'm one of those people that now isn't the time to communicate. It really is not. When I'm struggling, now is the time I just need your love. I don't need to communicate. And like, he kind of wanted me to communicate. Well, I went and played that video game and I was like, boom, like we communicated. Like it was spot on, I guess, what I needed to do. Didn't like it, but I had to do it. And I'll tell you, that video game it was like Ritalin. It was it was able to make me shut off everything in my world so that I could just like something work in my brain. It made some connection happen. I don't know. It's also the mushrooms. Microdosing. I have never tripped. I have never tripped. And everybody around me knows that. Everybody can vouch for this. Never. And I never even smoked cannabis till I was 42. So there you go. Like, so everybody around me can vouch for that shit. And I literally believe in microdosing. I believed a few beers back that was still a drug. I believed LSD was still a bad drug. Do you know that LSD can actually cure colorblind? If you take LSD, supposedly, I know somebody that is no longer colorblind, but after they're off of it, they are colorblind. It just fixes it for that second. Don't go take LSD. And I didn't tell you to take LSD. It was just a scientific study of something. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I know for my color deficiency, like psychedelics in general is definitely give me the perception of seeing like heightened expressions in those colors. So like I always catch myself just staring. And I mean, who doesn't when you're on psychedelics, right? But just specifically for myself, I've got, I believe, the red, green, red, brown, maybe yellow's in there. I can't remember if it's the pro or DO or which specific colorblind I am, but it's one of the common ones, and it's not colorblind, it's color deficient. So we see all the colors, just not all the shades of them. So then in the sense, do we actually see all the colors? Because we never know about perception. Anyways, I noticed right off the bat, just the way I look at things, I can see what seems to me more. It's definitely more vivid. It really helped. I don't know exactly what's going on by any means, but I know that is something that's spoken about a lot. And obviously you spoke to someone else who maybe is even more severely color blind or maybe color deficient like myself, and then is able to have similar results or even more astounding ones. But nonetheless, it's something worth looking into again, and why I think it's so neat. Like we've been shown with these psychedelics that we can form these new neurological pathways. And then once those pathways have kind of been traveled, then it makes it a lot more possible for that to continue happening. I don't know much about the fucking brain, and I'm well over my head as far as the science goes right now, but it's super cool that these compounds are showing such promise. But please go ahead, Tara.
Oh, no. I was like, 710, just put something in chat. I'm like, 710, just get your butt in here and say something. Come on.
710. Yeah, 710's like, someone say the word cheers. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think it's dab time, but hey, 710, I'm gonna throw you the link just one more time in case you wanted to come in. Just in case you missed the other ones. Just in case you missed that link, here, let me hit that invite because I can ring you right now. Here you go.
You're hilarious, Tara. You are hilarious.
He's headed to go get coffee, isn't he?
Deuteranopia.
He's talking to his honey.
Good luck with me pronouncing that one. The D one.
Yeah, I know. Deuteranopity.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, come on, we're fucking definitely far off, but that was pretty. Come on.
I'm terrible with fucking pronunciations.
That's okay.
I have ADHD, have dyslexia. What the fuck are you guys trying to do to me today?
Hey, generally, if you pronounce something wrong, that means you either read it somewhere or learned it somehow. You didn't necessarily have it just said to you. So that could be a good thing as well too. Oh, I see that little meme and get a chuckle.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Tara. That was awesome about the colorblind or whoever, if it was you or if it was someone in chat. I'm not in chat right now, but I'm gonna let I know a couple people that are colorblind, and I'm gonna let them know about that.
Yeah, and ask if they've had any experiences.
I'm wondering, so what if they microdosed LSD? You don't have to trip. What if it was that? Okay, so if you all know, you all are smokers out there because y'all are hitting with me in chat. You know how cool it is to see fireworks when you're stoned. The colors fucking pop. Everything around you pops. Why wouldn't it enhance someone that doesn't have it? Think about it. Just saying.
Exactly.
And things were outlawed because people did too much of it. Not because people were microdosing, they were overdosing. That's why things become illegal, because people abuse them. But you can abuse other substances. You can abuse video games. You can abuse your body. You can continue to drink pop on a daily basis. Pop is poison. Sorry. Bullshit. Fucking people don't want to believe it, but it's true. Pop is poison. Poison in a can. Keep drinking it. Sorry, I'm going to preach on that one.
That's not going to fight you there. Not going to fight you there. My
Red Bull is 10 times worse. Red Bull, all of those drinks, you guys, are 10 times worse. They're killing your liver. They're killing your gallbladder. They're killing all your insides. You wonder why you have digestive issues and you have to take Tums and all those bullshit fucking things. It's all because of that shit. Change your eating habits, just like you change your plant. You notice your plant's sick? Your plant says, hey, its leaves are doing shit. Well, your body's saying it too. Pay attention. And I'm going to preach. Sorry.
Look at yourself like the plant.
Caffeine's okay. You know what? Caffeine's everything, okay in
honestly, everything in moderation.
Everything's
right?
Okay in moderations.
You have your energy drink every now and then. That's all right.
Alcohol is poison if you struggle. If you're sad and you struggle with depression, alcohol can be a poison. I don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is a poison to me. I love alcohol. I liked the taste of whiskey. I liked the taste of a wine cooler every now and then. In fact, I have a beautiful selection of wine that I don't even drink anymore because I used to go, my husband and I would go wine tasting. I cannot do alcohol. I struggle with depression. It affects me for 3 days if I take a drink.
And we're also different. I would, be curious, less inclined to think this at all, but not ruling it out by any means and just throwing it out there just for the concept. But it's like, there's probably going to be certain people out there, just because we are such a different blend, different super chemicals, where they may be experiencing, depression, like symptoms of depression in a sense, but there's someone that maybe doesn't drink alcohol on the regular, or if at all. And that person may actually be able to benefit from very small amounts in a sense, but maybe I'm just talking out my ass, right? But I'm just loving to get the idea out that we're all very different. It's good to be aware of, what's most likely right, which is generally right, but then just not being extremely set in stone, because otherwise it's going to be a lot harder to learn.
I'm talking to a lot of women. I think women struggle later in life with a lot of depression. I think it's living with angry men.
I mean, that never helps having, anyway, just being in an angry, angry daily point of life, no matter where you are, if it's roommates or at work or your partner or however.
When you're not happy, you're not happy, when you feel like you're stuck somewhere, people don't realize that they feel like so sometimes you're not in tune with those feelings, right? Like all of a sudden you're like, normally you got to really sit back and I think that's what cannabis has helped me do. It's made me stop for my ADHD and my ADD. It's made me stop and recognize when I'm frustrated. Like the other night, I was playing that video game.
Yeah.
And I realized I need to turn that video game off before 8:00. If I don't turn that video game off before 8:00, I'm probably going to struggle. with going to bed. Maybe, I don't know. This is something new. I just started playing, but definitely I'm not midnight. It was 1, it was 4. Oh my God, I was getting worse and worse. So like, that's not good. I had a hard time even getting up this morning. Like, so like, I know that's me, and I'm older. And as an older person, you struggle with a lot more things. And also you struggle with a lot more things when you have disabilities. So it's just something to pay attention to. And I care about each and every one of you. That's why I go live. That's why we're here. I say, we've had an amazing chat. Drake, any final thoughts today for the show?
On those,
again on Saturday.
On your topic there of the video games, definitely would like to say that they can certainly provide very stimulant-like effects, aka a lot of release of these different endorphins. And I mean, if you really get into a video game and you get hyped in, and especially like yourself group setting and with people that are quite competitive and very good at it, like you jump right in, you're in the mindset, it's fun, they got the team aspect, you're going, you're ready to party, and all of a sudden you're the avatar, you're the person playing. And now it's, in lots of these games, life or death, and you're out there having fun. Like when you die, you just don't care because you just get to come back, but you do care. There's a lot of people cussing and throwing stuff and getting really emotionally attached. But that means, like even right now for myself talking about it, I got a little rush of some endorphin, talking a little bit faster because of my ADD or ADHD, just kind of the way it goes. And it's the same thing in those games. You start getting those little releases more and more and more, and then you start doing good and it starts getting crazy. And then you're 7 hours deep into this game because you're just riding this kind of high out. Or like you were saying earlier, Tara, it kind of got you to that place where when you were able to disconnect appropriately, you were able to go and get stuff done at home that you needed to do. You needed to talk, you needed to clean, do whatever. It was able to get you there. So in that context, you go, you play a round or two, you disconnect, you get your endorphins released. Then while you're feeling great from that, you go and you start getting other stuff done, and you can use it in moderation as like a beneficial tool instead of the 7, 17, 27 hour long binges, which have their places too. I'm not hating on anyone that goes hard. Some people make their bumping livings doing that stuff, and I ain't going to hate on you.
Hey, and that's okay if you make your living, and that's like, okay, so I would love to make my living right now. I would love to make a living playing video games all day long. Who wouldn't? Just like everybody made a living playing football. Who makes a living playing football? Who makes a living singing? All of those amazing things that people make a living doing, they do because they're unique. That's why they make money at it. And they're super freaking good at it. They're either really unique or they're really freaking good at it. And they've had really good marketing. So if you're looking to do one of those things and that's what you want to do and that's where you're going, it's a lot of work. It's a lot, that's what you're looking at. So just sit back and look at that. Just little, food for thought, cannabis for thought.
Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it?
Just look at it. I don't know. It was a great conversation. It was fun. I love hanging out with you guys, having these little conversations. I feel like we get to know one another a little bit more. I get to know you in chat because it's hard to get to know chat when you're just talking to about ourselves all the time. We don't know you, and you don't know how much to ask chat because people are in red states and red areas. And there's a lot of people that don't come in here and hang out and chat. There's a lot of people that watch the videos after lives. And, it's really cool. I love that you all support us. I love that you all hang out. And I do have a PlayStation 4 and I am playing Battlefield 2042.
I was wondering last night. I'm like, Tara's in Battleship too, huh?
I bought the $120 so I could play it new. And I'm already up to a high level. I'm not even going to tell you I should not even be at because I don't play very well. It's a brand new video game. Like literally I haven't touched video games for years. So wow, jumped in, hot feet, holy hell, guns firing and shit firing all over me. I got a new speakers around me. So holy sheesh, I had to buy a new remote because that other remote didn't fit my hands. I have too small hands. So now I got to buy soft little grips. Oh my God, we're going deep into this. So this is what Tara's going to spend the next few weeks on because I need some endorphins. I need some of that stuff to get me through what I'm going through. And I'm paying attention to my body and listening to what I need And I'm really trying to not stay up all night. And I'm going to get back on my sleep schedule a little bit. And I'm saying that here because like, when I say things, that means I've got to do it. So yes, bong rip, mother lovers. I love you, D420. I love you. I haven't seen you in a bit. We haven't chatted. We need to reach out again. See you next time. Thanks everybody again for coming in. Supreme Grape. I see Salty still here. 710 still hanging out. I'm Med. Mike's Atomic. I didn't say hi to you, but I've been saying hi to you in chat like this all the time. And yeah, I say hi to you guys when you come in. You just don't know it. I say it here. Because I don't always type. I don't type. Actually, I don't type. I've never typed, never take typing in my life. That's another thing I don't type. So that was hard to get into Discord. Yeah, all that kind of shit, kind of crazy shit. So, well, I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. And we'll see you on the next live. Saturday and Wednesdays. Who knows what time? We'll make that up. Love y'all. Live, love, laugh, and keep on dabbing. That was a good one, huh?